Hello, welcome to my channel. This is September Story. As you can see, we're starting off by showing you my pre-planning of my bullet journal spread for the week. I love pre-planning, I love planning, it's all great. Thank you guys, those of you who follow me on Instagram, for your patience, because I usually post my weekly spreads at the beginning of the week, but I really wanted to get this video out first, and I really underestimated the amount of time that it would take for me to film and edit everything and get all the pieces together. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, it's at September Story. And if you're confused about the spelling, just look at the name of my YouTube channel for help. So, nothing exciting at this point, just putting some letters on there with little stickers. And you're welcome, because I edited out the stupid amount of time it took me to get those little stickers off there with these nails. Yeah, that was fun. And as you can see, I like to put out the pictures that I have when I'm not sure which ones to use, and then kind of choose from there. Alright, and the winner is the giant picture of raspberries. Woohoo! So I really like using notebooks with a dot grid. Oh, and I love the AdTech Crafters tape dispensers. They have been a lifesaver during my bullet journaling journey. When I first started off with bullet journaling over 3 years ago, I was trying to use glue sticks, and that was a mess in the most literal sense. Like, the pages were sticky, it was gross. And I still managed to do that sometimes with the AdTech dispensers, but it's not near as bad as it was before. As you can see, I draw a lot of lines. I really like that ruler. I think I got it at Barnes & Noble a while back. I do plan to do more Plan With Me videos, and I'm actually wanting to sell some bullet journals as well. I do plan on having, I keep saying plan, oh my gosh. I do plan to actually do one, well, not a Plan With Me, but a bullet journal flip through of a bullet journal that I'm making for my friend Christian. So I'm excited about that, and the one I've made for her, well, I still haven't quite finished it, but the one I'm making for her is actually the size that I usually use of the, is it A5? I don't know. It's kind of a wide, but it's not as near as big as the one I'm using right now, which I think is an A4. I could be wrong, don't quote me on it. I don't know. This one's big, the other ones are smaller. But I do want to do a bullet journal flip through of that one. So be on the lookout. Hopefully that will come soon. But as I've seen, editing takes a while, so we'll see when that happens. I suppose I could, well, I don't want to promise anything. But I'm enjoying this new journey on YouTube, and I hope that there are people out there that enjoy this. And if you are liking what you see, please like, please subscribe, write a comment for me. I'd love to hear your thoughts, or if there's certain things that you like to do with your bullet journaling that, yeah, I'd love to hear about it. So I'm trying to decide whether to continue this voiceover or to take a break and go get some lunch, because my super freaking amazing husband has made, I think he's made burrito bowls for lunch, and I love them so much. But I also want to finish this, so maybe I'll try to push through for a bit longer. I know you really wanted to know that, but yeah, you're welcome. So yeah, writing out my goals. I usually put it at the top, but you know, you gotta mix things up. I like to try different things or just kind of move things around a little bit. I think that, like anything else in life, bullet journaling, sometimes you can get into a little bit of a rut, and so it's good to mix things up, even if it's just a little bit, you know. Sometimes it's good to just, maybe next week I'll just get crazy, do something real different. I don't know. And I know that some people, they like to, they'll just put like the days on their weekly spread. Oh yeah, here's the lighting change. I had realized there was a shadow the entire time that I had been doing the other ones. Oh, this, I was really proud of this handwriting here. I look up, what I do as far as handwriting stuff is I just Google fonts on Pinterest, and that's where I get my stuff. I haven't really done much with brush pens. I just haven't gotten into it, and I'm really happy with what I do now with just like fine liners. Like this is I get it mixed up. The Micron, Pigma, oh my gosh, okay. The Pigma Microns or the Micron Pigmas, I don't know. I need to look it up because I know I sound like a doofus right now, but it's okay. You didn't come here for my amazing intelligence. You came here to watch me bullet journal. So maybe I'll get that figured out later. I will try to remember to maybe like put a link or something below of the supplies that I use, or at least the ones that I've mentioned here. I was just using the jelly, I think the jelly roll pens, because I'd put a dot one place and I was like, that's too, I don't want to make this daily tasks area too wide. So I went over it with the white pen, and it kind of helps a little bit. I didn't have any white out on me, but whatever, you know. So I kind of feel the need to let you know that I know that you don't Google things on Pinterest, but I don't know why I said that. But yeah, I guess it's kind of become almost the same thing, looking up or Googling something, you know. So here is where I decided I think I didn't like the size of the font that I'd written to do in, so I was making it slightly bigger, and I also did not like the T in to do that I had created. It was not good. So the great thing about bullet journaling is just slap a piece of paper over it and you're good. Like a scrapbook. That is actually something that I think is important to kind of share with people, because I'll tell people that I bullet journal and they're like, what is that? And I show them and they're like, oh, I can never do that. I could never do it. And I'm like, well, I mean, I think you could. And you know, everybody's got their priorities. Maybe you just like watching bullet journal videos and you're not really as interested in making them, and that's fine. But I don't want you to think I could never do that, because if you go to Writer Carroll, and he's the creator of the bullet journaling system that we've all kind of taken and turned into an art project, his is very simple, and it's just about being efficient and organizing your thoughts. It has nothing to do with painting your pages or making the fanciest fonts or whatever, you know. And you can do that, and that's great. I mean, obviously I'm doing it, so I don't think it's a terrible thing to do, but it doesn't have to be super intense, super involved, super artistic, or whatever. Or, you know, if you want to try doing artistic stuff, that's great, and I would encourage that. You know, either way, there's just no pressure with bullet journaling. It's whatever you want it to be, and I love that about the bullet journal system. I really want to read the bullet journal book that Writer Carroll wrote, and yeah, I really want to do it, because I've heard people say like it really helps you get down to basically what what bullet journaling is all about. And I think that's a good idea, because sometimes I think we get too involved in how we've been doing it and forget like where things started. I think that's, I mean, human nature, you know. One thing I think is great about humanity, the whole thing, is I feel like, you know, sometimes we put ourselves in these boxes and think that this is my thing and I can't do that thing because that's too, you know, artistic, or that's too, I don't know what the opposite of that, because that's usually the argument I hear. But I think in my life I find, oh, and I'll interrupt myself, but as you can see, I like to decorate my pages with like quotes and Bible verses. And, you know, it's awesome because then you can look there throughout the week and see encouraging words. And I don't know if you can see this. I don't know how much I edited it out, but I look quite a few times to a few pages before to the sermon notes that I took Sunday, because I like to use them for the rest of the week sometimes. So anyways, I find that the more I focus on a specific thing, like bullet journaling, and the more ideas I get with regards to that thing. And, you know, if I'm focusing on bullet journaling, I get ideas for bullet journaling. If I'm focusing on my writing, I do love to write when I'm actually writing, which it's hard to explain. I feel like I read a quote somewhere about like writers or people that hate writing. And I get that because I want to write, but I don't want to write. But I find that when I am writing or bullet journaling, that I do get more ideas for those things. And then I feel more creative in my bullet journaling, or I feel more creative in my writing because I'm focusing on that thing. Like, oh, and I don't know if any of you guys play The Sims, but that's a thing that I do. And I get more, the more I play, the more ideas I have for storylines that I can act out, or houses to build, or people to build, you know. And I think if you actually want to bullet journal, but you don't think you're creative enough, but you'd like to try, I think you should. You know, when I first started bullet journaling, I just watched a ton of YouTube videos, and I got so many ideas from watching YouTube and looking up on Pinterest. And, you know, here I'm back to feed it back to you guys what I've gotten out of this whole thing. So just don't underestimate yourself. If you want to bullet journal, if you want to be creative in some way, but you don't think that you're creative enough, or, you know, smart enough, or for whatever it is, I don't think you should let that hold you back. I think you should go for it. And, you know, if it doesn't work, try something else. That's fine. So we've got Romans 8:26 and 28. I've got a quote from the Daily Grace Co., some Craig Rochelle quotes, a C.S. Lewis quote. Anytime I can quote C.S. Lewis, I will. I'm just going to tell you right now. So in the future, it's a possibility that you may get tired of C.S. Lewis because I love him. He is amazing. I love his books, Mere Christianity, and of course, The Chronicles of Narnia. Amazing. The Screwtape Letters, so good. And I'm trying to think what else. There was this one that was like really obscure that I read for my high school book discussion class. And I think it's Till We Have Faces, or Till They Have Faces. Till somebody has faces, okay? Something about faces and having them. Or is that just a Red album? I don't know, okay? It could be both. But I remember, like, it was a long read, but it was good. C.S. Lewis is great. Oh, the end. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you come back to my channel. Again, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And I'll see you later.